Thank you. All right, y'all. So today we're tapping on giving up sugar, living without sugar, and some of the side effects of what it does to our bodies, and some of the sneaky ways our unconscious might be wanting to feel by using the sugar. And yeah, I just want to invite us into being open minded, whether we think we have an issue with it or not. And we can at least reduce our intake and dependency if it feels good. So we'll just start by clearing our energy a little bit and rubbing the palms together. If you want to activate some Reiki in your palms, you can. Take a few deep breaths. And we'll start tapping on the side of the hand. You can just repeat after me. I am ready to look at my relationship with sugar. And I'm talking specifically about the horrible bleached shit that we put in our coffee and pastries. And it's so easy for me to look at the science of what sugar does to my body and my own evidence of what it does to my body and just say, I'm not going to eat that anymore. But it seems like it still has a hold on me sometimes. I know that it's not good for me, and yet I continue to do it. So there's something unconsciously that has a hold on me. And I have to treat sugar like any other substance I could be addicted to. And some part of me might be like, that's an exaggeration. But I can see that it's a chemical dependency one way or the other. When I eat a lot of sugar, I feel like crap. And I don't believe that I deserve to feel like crap or that it's something I should be forcing on myself. So even though in the past I have used sugar so that I can feel bad and then feel bad about feeling bad, I deeply love and accept and forgive myself. And I'm opening all of my awareness right now to see exactly why sugar has this hold on me. I am leaving my judge and my censor and my inner asshole right now outside of the room so that I can just examine this relationship without any of those second arrows. And I know that just by the words I've already said, I already feel less powerless. Okay, take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and then let it go when you're ready. Nice. And we'll go right back in, starting on the top of the head. I am reevaluating my relationship with sugar. I know that psychologically, it means I'm missing some sweetness in my life. So I want to challenge myself to think of a few ways I can be sweeter to myself. Maybe I need to look in the mirror more often and say, "You're looking amazing." Maybe I need to tell myself that I love myself more often or give myself hugs. Or perhaps my inner child needs tending. Whatever and wherever that sweetness is missing, I am vowing right now to discover it and to fix it. I recognize that my body has just developed a little bit of a dependency on sugar. Maybe I'm using it to feel better or to feel more energy. Whatever reason that I'm employing sugar, I'm willing to start seeing other options. Maybe I need to do 10 jumping jacks instead of eating a Twizzler. Or maybe it's like deeper and more twisted for me. Maybe I kind of like the feeling of being bad and eating a ton of sugar and then getting to feel how naughty I am. And I recognize and I approve of that if it is within me. And see that desire to be a little rebellious as just another part, asking for attention and asking for a little more space to go off the rails. And I assure that part there is plenty of things that we can do that are not so self destructive to our bodies. So even though I may have been using sugar as a scapegoat, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. I know in my brain that sugar is not great for me. Maybe I even know that it's so bad for the environment and that boycotting processed and refined sugar is one of the most anarchist, badass things I can do. But I still sometimes see ice cream and I want it. Or I see my favorite candy bar and I think I deserve a little treat. So I realize that this is going to take some rewiring and some redefining of what it really means to treat myself. What if all of the ways I treated myself were healthy? What if everything I put in my body and around me was to make me feel better in the long run. I'm willing to see how I have also been brainwashed to believe that sugar will make me happy. When I think about sugar, I think about cookies and cake and birthdays and holidays and brightly colored candies and trick or treating and nostalgia. And I'm not so naive to think that's all of my own creation. And I can give that inner rebel something to play with here, because one of the most rebellious things I can do in this world is to not listen to all of those messages. I'm choosing to redefine sweetness in my life, the kind of sweetness that doesn't come with a crash and grumpiness, and the kind of sweetness that can be satisfied. I see the way that sugar is a substance that I just want to keep turning the volume up on. Like it's never really enough. I could have more. It could be sweeter. And when I feel that starting to arise in me, as I'm setting this intention to consume way less sugar, I want to just ask myself, what is it that I'm really craving right now? Because I know in my heart it is deeper than just a flavor on one part of my tongue. So even though I have not really examined my relationship with sugar until now, I deeply and completely love and accept and approve of myself. And I'm super grateful that I'm looking at this relationship now. Before I have any serious health problems that are arising, and before it feels really out of control, I'm super grateful for all of the information and research that is at my fingertips at all times that can help me to reinforce my decision. And I'm really grateful to know other people that want to do this with me or that have done it before me. People that are living happy, sweet lives, by the way. There might be some part of me that thinks if I give up sugar, I'm going to become super lame and boring, or like the weird person that people don't want to invite to dinner parties. But I am so willing to be a little weird in service to my health. And I recognize that there are more and more people who are living a similar lifestyle. So even though sugar has had a hold on me for many years, I know and completely trust that it's something I can let go of. I'm not expecting myself to be perfect. And I know that just my awareness of how much sugar I'm consuming is going to be so pivotal. And I'm reminding my brain and my body right now that I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be like a bossy teacher about it. And I am willing to give myself plenty of redos if I need them. And I'm reassuring myself that I know I can totally live with way less sugar forever. And especially because I'll get to live so much longer with less sugar. So I'm stepping into this journey feeling pretty excited, pretty stoked to discover just how sweet an apple can be now that I'm not inundated with sugar, and super stoked to feel how I'm going to feel once this clears my system. I may not have ever considered that I could or would want to do this, but I feel open and able to make any changes I need to accomplish it. So even though in the past I thought that I could not live without sugar, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself for being mistaken. And I look forward to seeing just how sweet life can be still. All right, take a deep breath in, hold it at the top. Three, two, and one, and let it go. Okay, now think about a Reese's Pieces and how much do you want it on a scale of 1 to 5?